I envision every town, community, and organization having someone trained and confident in holding space for grief, and specifically grief ritual. A long time ago, this is how it was. We remember it in our bones. And yet, thanks to the destructive force of colonization, there's a foundational lack of grief and ritual literacy these days. This is not a vague coincidence. Colonial forces banned healing rituals and ceremonies because they are the most powerful way to bring unity and strength amongst the people. Grief ritual is an act of decolonization. The last 8 years of my life, I've been on a committed journey of studying, practicing, remembering, and bridging these old ways back into the world. So many people are feeling the stress of ecological change and humanitarian crises, and are simultaneously holding their own personal and ancestral grief and traumas. It's an almost impossible task to orient to the individual, transgenerational, and ecological grief unless we're held by communal ritual and practices. If we cannot access safe space to process our grief and trauma, our tendency is to instead act out habitual trauma responses, creating even more destruction to ourselves and everything around us. We need these spaces for grief to be tended in a good way. I believe that ritual and grief literacy is key for humanity to access the gifts lying hidden within our individual and collective trauma and pain. This work calls to some of us deep within our souls, as if our willingness to step into the shadows with others was forged over many lifetimes. And still, as humans, we need community and mentorship to guide us along our path. As a somatic trauma therapist and grief ritual facilitator, I'm infinitely grateful for my teachers and mentors and the opportunity to pass on these teachings.
I'd lost my wife of 3.5 decades and was doing a lot of grief work and was ready to start to do what she always thought I could be doing all along, which was a kind of counseling. I thought, I think I could do this. Just really shocked and amazed to be here. And I don't think I could have found anything or anyone or anything better.
I had done all the things that society had asked me to do, get married, have kids, house, car, good job, and I felt empty. I knew there was something missing, but I didn't know what it was or how I was going to get it. Grief. There's so much grief to be worked, not just from me, but from transgenerational stuff passed down, cultural stuff passed down, the environment passed down. It's just, I get present in the world now, and I notice when I'm getting disconnected, there's something going on inside me that, I need to sit, check in. I feel people coming to me now, more so. In the work I do, people are really appreciating the difference in, or the amount of space that I can hold. I'm not tired at the end of the day. It doesn't feel like work anymore. It just feels like I'm just being a human being, following the flow of my life now.
I was in a counseling training program, and Josia's work came into my sphere as an opportunity to bring into focus the importance of acknowledging loss, expressing the pain of loss and everything that comes with that in community with others. It took me by surprise because I think that we are raised and we live in a culture where we're constantly needing to fix who we are, and to just have a space where that is actually we're not doing that. We're not fixing ourselves. We're not fixing anyone else. We have an opportunity to be real with what's happening, with what's truly present, like in the moment. And that just offered me such freedom. And in that freedom, a deeper tending to my vulnerability. And then through the vulnerability, deeper connection with other humans. It never ceases to amaze me, again, the closeness and the connection I feel of being with people who are in their raw truth, and the permission of being raw and real is pretty sacred.
Impactful is just my confidence in facilitating groups has increased a lot. I think that it was a skill that I came with already, but I didn't realized that my skills were transferable to ritual space. And being able to take on small roles in this ritual space has given me the confidence to do that and to take this into practice in my own life. I think that a lot of trainings boast themselves as inclusive spaces and aren't actually doing anything to create inclusivity in their spaces. And Josiah has done a good job of trying to continue to learn. And when things do come up that are challenging, she is willing to step in and help people who are being marginalized and make some really hard decisions in that.
But it awakens this so much aliveness in me. I started to see that when I'm able to actually feel my pain, that I actually enjoy it, because then I feel more alive and connected to myself. So I think that was a spark. And then
I feel really grateful to work with someone who in her own way is weaving together so many different traditions and ancient practices and honoring so many lineages and teachers. And I feel like she does it in a really humble and gracious way. And
I think this is crucial work that the world we're trying to build is dependent on. I think it's a core pillar of the world we want to create going forward, a more just, more kind, more a regenerative world, decolonial world. I think it's if you feel called, you'll know it.
Yeah, that feels like a really exciting thing, that we're learning how to be with the full spectrum of our human experience, really, as a result of this really powerful work. So my hope, my prayer is that it just keeps spreading and growing and weaving into how we live here as human beings.
There's so much work to do, and we need more people willing to learn how to hold safe spaces for this critical work of transformation. Holding ritual space for grief tending is an incredibly important role and privilege, and this training was designed to support you in the personal healing and skill development required to step into that role in a way that supports rather than diminishes your well-being. If you'd love to gain more ease and confidence in sitting with and supporting the grief of others, be initiated into deep personal and ancestral healing, feel empowered to step into your own unique gifts, learn enhanced energetic and nervous system care for space holders, build confidence as a community leader and visionary, get connected to a network of others committed to personal and collective healing, and help build a foundation for grief literacy for future generations, this training could be for you. You'll have the opportunity to look deeply into any of your own current or past unprocessed grief and be held in a container of people who are committed to their own, each other's, and the collective healing. If you feel like this training might be for you, you can start by filling out the application form at darkwoodsofgrief.com/facilitation-training. I'm so excited to meet you.